Americans eat 16 pounds of these little beauties every year. We sure love our apples. And we use a lot of apples in different forms here in the test kitchen. Let me start out with applesauce. Probably apples in its simplest form, cooked till they're soft and remove the skins and the seeds. We use this in a lot of baking. You may think when you're shopping, oh, I want to get the unsweetened kind. Actually, you would never make applesauce at home without sugar, and you don't want to buy it without sugar. In fact, we even like brands made with Splenda because it added a little bit of brightness to it. I'm not going to suggest you buy it with artificial sweeteners, but don't get the unsweetened kind. Next up is apple butter. Now, if you take applesauce and cook it until remove most liquid, you're left with intense apple butter, which is wonderful in glazes to thicken a sauce, lovely inside an apple turnover to add more oomph to it without a lot of liquid, which of course would make that pastry soggy. Next up, cider. It's probably the thing we use most here in the test kitchen of all the things on the table. It's basically pressed apples that's pasteurized, and we use it in sauces, glazes, and obviously lots of desserts. If you'd said to colonial America, would you like some cider? You'd be getting something alcoholic. You would have gotten hard cider. But with the advent of beer, which really came over with immigrants in the 19th century from Europe, and then Prohibition, hard cider pretty much disappeared until the last couple of years, but it's undergoing a tremendous resurgence, up 50% sales last year. Our favorite was from Angry Orchard. We liked it because it had a little bit of sweetness. Some brands were really very dry, and so we liked a little bit of apple to go with the alcohol in that hard cider. Next up, apple cider vinegar. Now, this is something that could happen naturally if you let cider sit. Commercial vinegars, they add a mother, some bacteria to speed along the process. Our favorite is Heinz, also because it has a little bit of sweetness to go with obviously a lot of acidity. And finally, the one thing on the table I don't really love is apple juice. It's fine for drinking, not great for cooking because it's too sweet. Now you're thinking, isn't it the same as cider? And it is. The process is exactly the same, except for juice, they filter it. And in those little bits are complexity and tartness. And so when you cook with the juice, which is no longer complex and no longer tart, it's just too sweet, especially if you cook it down in a pan sauce or even in a baked good. So there you have it. 5 apple products I like and 1 I don't like so much.
We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it.
Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel.
And if you're ready to take your cooking to the next level, head over to americastestkitchen.com and get a free all-access trial membership.
While you're there, you can sign up for our free email newsletters and download our app.
With unlimited access to over 14,000 of our test kitchen recipes and 8,000 product reviews, you'll have everything you need to cook and learn.
So I ask, what are you waiting for?
Let's make something great together.